Hello folk, today we are going to create a new package to draw, so I'm going to show you how to do that with the Git package. The first step is pretty simple, you just have to create a new Git project, so I'm going to name mine exactly like the package I want to create, KDE plasma-blood wallpaper-get, because this is a Git package, and I'm going to init git init. And next we are going to switch to the master branch with git checkout -b master because the OR repository only accepts push from a master branch. Next we are going to create the main file of this project, the pkgbuild file. And for that we are going to copy and paste the template available on the ArcWiki page. You can retrieve this template from the Arc package guideline page, and you can copy the few first line. We don't need the build and the package function just yet. So after that, I'm going to update each of the variable I need, and the first one is the add commentary just here with our name, our pseudo, and our email. Then after that, we are going to name our package with the same name as the project. So this is pretty simple, KDE plasma-blood wallpaper-get. The -get is mandatory because we use a get source. If, for example, you're using a tarball file source, we don't need to put the -get in the name. Next, we have the package version that is the same as my GitHub project. So this is pretty simple. I just have to check the last version. This is the 2.2 version. So I'm going to put it right here. And next we have the package release version that is still 1 and the package description. So you want to keep that very simple and not include the name of the package in it. For me it's pretty obvious. Again, this is just KDE Plasma wallpaper plugin that blurs the wallpaper when the window is active. So I'm going to put this sentence in it. Next, we want to focus all Arc architecture, so we just have to put any in this option. The next variable is the URL of the project, so I'm just gonna use the GitHub URL. After that, we can update the license. This is a GPL3 project, so I'm going to remove that and put my license in it, just like that. Next, we can delete the groups variable, we don't need it. The depends variable, the make depends variable, and the opt depends variable are empty. We just have to put git into the make dependencies because we use a source that came from git, so we need that. We don't need the provide variable, neither the conflict and all that variable. We just are going to keep source and MD5 sums variable. We can delete that comment too. In the MD5 sums variable, we are going to put the skip word because we are going to validate our source via a GPG key and not via a MD5 sums. The next function we need to create is the pkgver function. These functions are going to be used to update the PKG version automatically from the Git source. And after that, we are going the mandatory function for the PKG build itself, that is the package function. And I'm going to put the same comment in it for the moment. Now we are going to update the source variable, so we start by deleting all that. And for creating the source, we are going to focus the last Git tab we have signed on our project. So for that, we are going to create a new variable, _tag, for storing the hash of the tag. This is mandatory because we don't want to focus the tag itself because we can force push a commit in the tag itself, so the hash is more safe. So for checking my tag, I'm just cloning my GitHub project, as you can see, and I'm going into it And I can check with glora that we have the last tag sync. As you can see, the last tag is the v2.2.0 tag. And we can check the name of the tag with this following git command, git describe --tags, like that. And if you want to copy the hash of the tag, you just have to do another git command that is git rev-parse and the name of the tag. And we are going to copy paste the hash of the tag. And we can paste it into our variable, just like that. After getting the hash of the tag, we can update the source variable itself. We're starting with get plus because we're using get source. If you're using a tarball source, you just have to put HTTP. And I'm going to reuse the URL variable like that and add .git at the end because we want to use the repository and not the page URL. And with the tag equal underscore tag, we are telling to this URL to get only the tag version of the code we want. So after that, we have to validate our tag. For that, we are using a new variable named valid PGP keys, and we are going to put the ID of our PGP keys in it. So I'm just copy pasting the PGP keys that I have put on my another package on the whole. Okay, I forgot to mention about an important stuff here. Actually, if you want to validate the source with GPG key, you need two things. You need to have git tag sign with GPG, so you can do that with the git tag -s command. And you need to actually have your GPG key available on the web. So the easiest way to do that is to publish your GPG key on a GPG server, for example the Ubuntu or the MIT GPG server. You can do that pretty easily with the Cleopatra GUI. So you just have to add your key in Cleopatra or in your computer. It detects automatically all the GPG key you have, and you can hit the send to server button just right here. And after these two steps, the make PKG process handle automatically the get of the GPG key from the web and the check with the git tag. Okay, let's back to the video. Next, we are going to update the pkgver function. This function updates automatically the pkgver variable. Like so, when the user made an update of the package, the pkgver variable is updated as well. We are going to need the name of the Git project because the PKGBuild file are going to clone this project, so we need to cd into the Git project, and we need to store the name of the plasmoid because this is not the same name as the Git project. Obviously, if you made a new project, name all this stuff like each other, this is more simpler to handle. After that, we just have, like I said before, to cd into our Git project that has been just cloned by the process with cd underscore source name. And now that we are into the Git clone, we just have to do the same command that I showed you just before, the git describe --tags, and remove the first letter that we have in this tag, that is v, because the pkgver variable doesn't handle number and doesn't accept v. So for that we are going to use the sed command with this little regex just after. If you want to check the result of this command, this is pretty simple. You can execute it into your project just like that, And as you can see, we don't have the V at the beginning of the tag name. Okay, next we are going to update the code for the package function. This is a mandatory function. The first step is pretty simple. As always, we go into our source code, just like we have done in the pkgver function, and we are going to move the file we need. For that, we are going to use the install command that is made like that, install-dm644, that sets the right for the file, the name of the file, then the target we want to move the file on. So I just have copy paste the command we want. This command actually moves the license file under the right directory. We always need to move the file under the pkgdir directory. Then after that, the user share license and the pkg name, obviously, because we want the user to retrieve the license under the right name. Then, as you can see, we can create the actual directory for our plasmoid under the pkgdir as always, and under the right directory for the plasmoid. And now we are going to move the metadata.json file exactly like we have done for the license file, but under this new directory we just have created before. This is exactly the same command that for the license file. And the next step is a little bit more complicated. We want to move all the contents directory. So for that, we are going to use the find command, because the install command can only handle one file at a time, and I don't want to move one file by one file. So here we are going to use the find command that creates a loop from a directory, then execute with this flag the command we put just after, that is a simple install command, just like we have done before. And the target is, as always, the plasmoid directory. Okay, we can close this file. As you can see, if I do a tree, I just have my pkgbuild file. And if I exec make pkg command, just straight away, okay, I have an error. This is pretty simple. This is the wrong PGP key that I have put on the file. Actually, I just have passed the hash of the git tag. Okay, now that we have the right PGP ID, we can do the make pkg command again. Okay, everything has worked. If you want to check if all the code you have done is okay, you can do first ls, for example, and we have now a pkg directory and a new tarball file name kili plasma -blurred wallpaper and so on. If you check the pkg directory, as you can see, we have the license under the right directory, we have the a2n.blur directory and all the content we want in it. Okay, now the last step is to check if our package is actually well made and if the dependencies is well made too. So for that we can use a bunch of commands. The first one is pacman-q-l-p with the name of the tarball file that make pkg has created, and that lists all the file you have in your package. You can check that, and with the same command but with -q IP, we can check if the information about your package is correct too. If you want to check if your dependencies are okay or your functions are okay, you can use the namcap command with the pkgbuild file itself or with the tarball file itself. If the command returns nothing, all you have done is pretty right. For example, if I delete the git make dependencies and re-execute the namcap command on the pkgbuild file, it shows me a warning because we need to have the git on the make dependencies. So I'm going to re-add the git on the make dependencies and redo the namcap command, and the warning is gone. Okay, so far we have done all the stuff. We have a bunch of directory and file that we don't need, so we are going to delete it. We just need to keep the pkgbuild file. So we are going to delete the blur wallpaper, PKG, source directory and the tarball file. You can do that with the remove command, obviously. So we just have the right file, and now we need to generate one last file, that is the .sourceinfo file. For that, we are going to use the make pkg command with the following flag and option, -- print sourceinfo, and we are going to pass this command into the .sourceinfo file. So if we cut this file, as you can see, we have all the information we want for our package. We can clear the command, and now we have all the file we want. Okay, now we can add these two files to Git with git add and commit it with git commit command. So I've made a pretty random message for this commit. I'm signing my commit with GPG. This is not a mandatory step, obviously. And we can check if the commit is well made with this command too. Okay, right, we have the commit. Now we have to actually push this code to the OR. So for that, we need to add a new remote that I am going to name OR. You can name it like you want. And the name of the Git repository is the name as your package name. So after adding this new remote, you just have to do a git push, and we are going to tell to the repository that we want to set the upstream branch to master. And after that, you just have to hit enter, and voila, you have done your package. If you want to check if your package is well submit, you just have to go to the OR page with your account login, and you can view on your home page that the package is available. The last step you want to do is to check if your package works well. So for that, this is pretty simple. You just have to actually install it. So first I'm going to delete the actual plugin that I've installed with the KDE store. So I need to go to the Plasma directory, and into the wallpaper we have the a2n.blur plugin, and do lrm on the a2n.blur directory. If I open my config, as you can see, I don't have the plugin in the list, so I'm going to switch to the image plugin. And now I can install the new plugin with the yay command. So I'm going to do yay-s and the name of the plugin, of the package, sorry. Yes, I want to clean build. No, I don't want the diff. The GPG key is well checked. Just here. And we have all the steps down, so this is pretty cool. So yes, I want to proceed. And now, if I open my setting again, I can view that on the bottom of the list I have my plugin and is working as intended. So I'm going to reactivate it, just like that, and everything is working fine. Okay, thanks Falk for watching this video. If the video pleased you, don't hesitate to hit the like button and add a comment in the comment section. And for me, I see you next time.